This video is going to cover the Excel Chapter 2 guided project. Again, first make sure that you've downloaded the start file from SimNet and that you've saved it somewhere, hopefully in your Excel Chapter 2 folder. You'll need to hit Enable Editing before you can make any edits in the document or in the worksheet. And then we're going to go to the student loan sheet. So make sure you're on the student loan sheet, and we're going to select cells B5 over and down through C8. Then you're going to hold down Control on your keyboard, and you're going to click on cell E5 over and down through F7. On your Formulas tab, you're going to click on the Defined Names option if you are to split screen like me. Otherwise, you'll probably just see the Create from Selection available. You're going to click on Create from Selection, and as long as the left column is checked, you're good to go. We can go ahead and hit OK. And then we're going to go into the Defined Names group again, and we're going to go to the Name Manager. We're going to go ahead and double check and make sure that you have about 7 names there. And we're going to close that out. And then we're going to scroll down. I'm on number 3 here, and we're going to enter a PMT function for cell C8. So we're going to go to cell C8, and we're going to go up to our Financial command in our Formulas tab, and we're going to go down to Payment, PMT. So we're going to click on PMT. And for the rate, we're going to actually click on cell C7. It's important that you click on the cell so the word rate pops in there. And we're going to divide that by 12. And then you're going to click on NPER. And then we're going to click on C6 so that your loan term is there. And we're going to multiply that by 12 because there's 12 months in a year. And then previous value, and I just hit tab to go to the next cell, or you can click, to go to the next argument, or you can click in the next box. In PV, we're going to click on cell C5. And right before loan amount in PV, we're going to put a minus sign. So that way it changes this from a negative number to a positive number. We're going to go ahead and hit OK and leave the other last 2 arguments blank according to 3I. And we're going to confirm that the amount we have shown is $186.43. We are going to click on C8. And we're going to change the formatting to accounting. So we're going to go up to the Home tab, and we're going to choose in the Numbers group that little money sign, or you can hit the drop-down menu and choose Accounting Format. We're going to go to cell F5, and we're going to calculate the total interest. We're going to type in a formula, equals, and again, we're going to click on these cells so that way the cell name is in there. We're going to click on Payment, so we're clicking on C8, multiplied by loan term, which is cell C6, multiplied by 12 minus, and then we're going to go loan amount, so C5. We're going to go ahead and hit enter. You'll have the total interest there. That lines up with 4G, and then we're going to go down to number 5, and we're going to calculate the total cost. So we're going to click where we're clicking in F6, the total principal, and we're going to type in equals, and then we're going to click cell F5, plus, and then we're going to click on cell, sorry, I think I did the wrong thing here. Whoops. We're actually just clicking C5 for this. I'm going to backspace out total interest. Sorry about that. Equals, and then we're just going to click on C5. We're going to hit enter. This is the total principal. And then for the total cost, we're going to do equals, and we're clicking on F5 plus, and then click on F6. We're going to hit enter. That's the total cost then of the loan. Now we're in cell B13, the beginning balance of our loan amount. We are going to be in B13 and type in equals, and we're going to click on cell C5. We're going to hit enter. And again, format this value as accounting. And now we're on 6D. We're going to select cell C13. And we're going to type in equals, and we are going to click on B13, multiplied, parentheses, so shift 9. We're going to click on cell C7, divide by 12, parenthesis, and enter to get our first Payment here, the interest is going to be $37.50. Again, we're going to verify the results are formatted as accounting, which they are. We're on J. We're going to select cell D13, and we're going to type in an equal sign. We're going to click on cell C8, minus, and then we're going to click on cell C13, and we're going to hit enter. We know that we have 148.93 there, and then we're going to click on cell E13, equal sign, click on cell C13, plus click on cell D13, and then we're going to hit enter. We should see the value matches that in C8, which it does, 186.43. And then we're going to select cell F13, and we are going to type in equals. We're going to click on cell B13, then put in a minus sign, and then we're going to click on cell D13, and then hit enter. We'll see our ending balance here is 98.5107. You've got all the different formulas mapped out here in your directions. Number 7, we are going to select cells A13 through A14, A13 through 14. Make sure you have both cells selected. Grab the bottom right hand corner, and we are going to drag it all the way down to A72. And then we're going to click on cell B14, and we're going to figure out a beginning balance. We're going to type in equals. We're going to click F13, and then we're going to hit enter. And then we are going to double click the fill pointer of B14. So double click the bottom right hand corner of B14, and there won't be any numbers yet. And then we're going to select and click in the center of C13 and drag through F13. Then double click the bottom right hand corner of F13. This will fill it all the way down until the loan balance reaches 0 at the very bottom. And then from there, we are going to preview the document and insert some print titles. So we're going to select A12. And this row has the labels. It should repeat on the second page if it's printed. So we are going to click the Page Layout tab. And in the Print Page Setup group, there is a Print Titles option. And we are going to click rows to repeat at the top for the print area. Wait 1 second here. We're actually clicking here where it says rows to repeat. And then I'm going to click on cell A12. A12 pops in there. And then we are going to click the print preview option here. And we are going to click to see the next page. And then we are going to click the page setup link at the bottom of the settings group so that we can center the page horizontally. So there's the page setup link here, and we're going to go to margins, and then we're going to center it on the page horizontally. So we're going to check that box here. I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And then we are going to exit the Backstage view, and we are going to go to the Fees and Credits Sheet tab. We're going to be in cell F7. We're going to type in equals D7 times E7 and hit enter. Then we're going to grab the bottom right hand corner and we're going to drag it all the way down. And with this, we're going to fill without formatting. That way we can preserve the border going down so that this bottom border here is solid and not dashed like the other borders are. But we are going to go back up then in the Home tab, and we are going to apply the currency style again. Make sure that it gets applied all the way going down. Then we're going to go to number 10, and we are looking at selecting cell C26. We're going to go up to the Formulas tab, and we're going to go to Math and Trig. And we're going to go to Sum If. So we are going to add something up if it has a certain criteria. In the top part, we are going to make sure we select these ranges so that way when we do an absolute value on them, both cells will change to absolute. So we're going to select B7 through B18, and then we're going to hit FN, F4 on my keyboard. You might just hit F4 on yours depending on how your keyboard's set up. Then in the criteria, we're going to click, and we're going to click on cell B26, and we're going to change this into a mixed cell reference. So we're going to hold down FN, and we're going to hit F4 3 times. So that way the money sign is in front of the B, locking in that column. Then we're going to click in the sum range, and we are going to select D7 through D18. And then again, function F4 to make both those values absolute. You should get a preview here of 37. Then we're going to hit OK. And grab the bottom right hand corner and drag it down. I would fill it without formatting, so that way it preserves that border. And then we're going to be on number 12. So after you've dragged it down and it preserves that border, we're going to grab that bottom right hand corner and we're going to drag it over 2 columns. So we are auto-filling those 2 columns. This is number of students. This is going to be total fees, and this is total credit hours. So as we're looking at this, we can see that the ranges are incorrect. If you go to the Formulas tab and you click Trace Precedence, you're going to see that the formula ranges are an error there. And we are going to go up to the FX button and double click on it. When we do that, the function argument dialog box launches. And down here in the sum range, we're going to select that information, backspace it out, and we're actually going to select the course fee, or no, the total fees. So we're going to select F7 down through F18, and then again we are going to go ahead and make that absolute. So function FN or FN F4, and we'll have a total there then of 5,100. So we're going to hit OK, and we're going to grab the bottom right hand corner, drag that down. Again, fill it without the formatting. And then we're going to have this error here that we're going to ignore. So you can click on the error message that pops up, and we're just going to hit ignore error. And then we're going to format this to currency here. So we're going to go back to the Home tab, and in the Numbers group and in the drop-down menu, we're going to format those 4 cells to currency. Then we're going to be on cell E26, and it says to press delete to remove the sum if function, and we're going to go up to the Formulas tab and go into Math and Trig, and we're going to go down to where it says Sum Product. And for array 1, we are going to do C7 through C9, and array 2, D7 through D9. So C7 through C9, array 2, D7 through D9. You're going to get that preview of 126 here. We're going to go ahead and hit OK. We can go ahead and ignore that trace error. Grab the bottom right hand corner, drag it down, fill without formatting. This will put the formula in each one of these, but these formulas need to line up with the criteria. So criteria here is FRL. For FRL, you're going to want to have C through D. We need 10 through 12. So I'm in E27. I'm going to go up here and take out the 8, put in a 10, take out the 10, put in a 12. And I'm taking this out. We're going to put in same range 10 and 12, hit enter. Then in the next one, I'm looking for IMS, so we are going to go 13 through 15. So the numbers up here need to be 13 through 15. Whoops. 13 through 15. And the last one's going to be 16 through 18. So we're going to click, I'm going to go 16 through 18. And then after you've done that, we are going to preserve or copy the formatting from cell C26 for cells E26 through E29. So I believe the formatting is still the same. I'm just going to go up and check. I'm on C26. I'm going to go to the Home tab, and it's a general format. So I'm just checking and making sure that this is a general format as well, and it is. I'm not going to worry about those trace error buttons there, but I am going to make sure my numbers line up after we're finished. This wants you to go to cell F for 14, F31. Number 14 asks you to go to F31, and we are going to type in equals TO, hit tab, and then we are going to use the, just hit enter, and then the date will pop up, and then we're going to click to add a new sheet, and we're going to add those range names that we created in the beginning of the doc, or the beginning of the workbook. So I'm going to click down here where it says the plus sign, so I can add a new sheet. I'm going to right click on that and rename it. We're going to call it range names and hit enter. And then on your keyboard you should have a FN button, or maybe just hit F3 to launch the paste name dialog box, and you can go ahead and paste that list. Once you paste the list, it asks you to auto fit the A and B columns, so you can just double click again on that double headed arrow that's between B and C, and then that pastes all of your different range names there. I'd go ahead and double click between A and B as well. I'm just going to double check my numbers real quick, make sure everything lines up. 126, 105, 108 with that last part. And yep, so that would be it.